Business English vocabulary. Examples 8. Mastering Business English by Tracey, Simon.
So let's jump in.
Okay, first up, cycles of boom and bust. What's the story here?
So cycles of boom and bust, that just means the way economies or even industries naturally go through periods of strong growth. That's the boom.
Right, things are going great.
Exactly. And then followed by periods of contraction or recession, that's the bust. It's that up and down pattern.
Gotcha. So like an example.
Well, you might hear, we need to build cash reserves during this boom because, the bust cycle is always around the corner.
Okay, makes sense. Planning ahead.
Or maybe tech startups often experience rapid boom cycles, but they're also vulnerable to sudden busts. It's about that recurring wave.
All right. Next, dance to someone's tune. This one sounds a bit negative.
It often is, yeah. Dancing to someone's tune means you're basically doing exactly what someone else tells you to do, following their instructions without much say.
Like you're forced to.
Pretty much. Think about a small supplier dealing with a huge corporate client. They might have to dance to the client's tune on delivery schedules.
Or pricing.
Or pricing, exactly. Or maybe a junior team member has to dance to their boss's tune on how a project is run, even if they disagree.
Okay, now how about dark horse? Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, a dark horse is like an unexpected winner, someone or something that nobody really knew about or expected to succeed, but then they come out on top.
So an underdog success story.
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
Like that new software company nobody heard of. If it suddenly takes over the market, it's a dark horse. Or, in hiring, maybe there's a candidate who doesn't have the perfect resume, but they wow everyone in the interview and get the job. They're the dark horse candidate.
Got it. Moving on to dead in the water. This sounds pretty final.
It usually is. Dead in the water means a project or maybe a deal has just completely stopped. No progress, probably no hope of starting again.
Ouch. Like what?
Maybe merger talks between two companies collapse. You'd say the deal is dead in the water.
Right.
Or perhaps a new product launch gets canceled because of major funding issues. That initiative is now dead in the water.
Okay. Related maybe is deadwood.
Yeah, somewhat related in tone, I guess.
Yeah.
Deadwood is... Well, it's not a nice term. It refers to people or sometimes things within an organization that aren't productive anymore. They're seen as just there, useless.
So cutting costs might involve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A manager might talk about needing to clear out the dead wood to improve efficiency, meaning letting unproductive people go.
Yikes.
Or it could be non-human, like, we need to replace that old server system. It's just dead wood taking up space and energy.
Okay, let's shift to negotiations. Deal breaker.
Ah, yes. A deal breaker. That's a condition or a point that is absolutely non-negotiable. If that condition isn't met, the whole deal is off.
So a hard line.
A very hard line. For instance, if a company insists on a 5-year contract, but the other party will only accept 3 years maximum, that difference could be a deal breaker.
Right.
Or for someone buying a business, finding out about undisclosed debts could absolutely be a deal breaker. The purchase won't happen.
Makes sense. How about devil's advocate? I think we all know someone who likes playing this role.
Yeah, maybe we've all done it too. Playing devil's advocate means you deliberately take the opposing side in an argument, not because you necessarily believe it, but to test the strength of the original idea.
So it's actually useful.
Oh, definitely. It helps find weaknesses. In a meeting about a new marketing plan, someone might play devil's advocate to point out potential risks everyone else is overlooking.
Good point.
Or when brainstorming, someone acting as devil's advocate might say, okay, that sounds great, but what if our main competitor does this in response? It forces deeper thinking.
Okay, let's look at something more positive. Diamond in the rough.
I like this one too. A diamond in the rough is someone or something that has great potential, like real hidden value, but it's not obvious right now. It needs some work, some polishing.
Like untapped talent.
Exactly. You might describe a promising but inexperienced new hire as a diamond in the rough. They need training, but the potential is there.
Okay.
Or maybe an old building in a rundown area that has great architectural bones. An investor might see it as a diamond in the rough worth renovating.
Nice. How about different ball game?
Different ballgame just means the situation has changed so much that the old rules or strategies don't apply anymore. It's like you're playing a completely new game.
So a major shift.
A major shift, right. Expanding a business internationally, that's often described as a whole different ball game than just operating domestically.
Yeah, new rules, new culture.
Totally. Or managing a team that's suddenly fully remote compared to in-office, that's a different ball game for managers, requires new skills.
True. Now for a tough one. Dog eat dog.
Yeah, this describes a situation that's incredibly competitive, often ruthless. People are looking out only for themselves, sometimes stepping on others to get ahead.
Sounds stressful.
It is. Some sales environments are described as dog eat dog, where colleagues compete fiercely for commissions.
I can imagine.
Or think about industries with shrinking markets. The remaining companies might engage in dog-eat-dog tactics, like aggressive price wars, just to survive.
Okay, last one. A piece of advice. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Ah, the classic. It means don't get too confident about something good happening before it's actually certain. Don't make plans based on an assumption.
So wait for confirmation.
Pretty much. You might get a verbal job offer, but your friend might say, "That's great, but don't count your chickens before you get the written contract."
Good advice.
Or a company might be projecting huge holiday sales, but the CEO warns the team, "Let's focus on execution and not count our chickens before they hatch." Anything could happen.